We make teenagers choose their future at 13 years old. Think about that for a second. 13. The year I chose my subjects, I'd already lost 4 lunchboxes by Christmas. And I was supposed to be making decisions that might shape my entire career. Look at his wee face. Huh? All those dreams, future ambitions, not a notion. I can still remember the conversation with my parents so well. Right, you, what GCSEs are you going to pick? Well, for me, it came down to a choice between 2 subjects, biology or computing. I loved both of them. What was I going to do? Biology offered options in the medical field, and computing, well, it's all right as a hobby. Those computer things will never catch on. So I chose biology. That seems sensible. All that sciencey stuff. Let's do that. And sensible led me to Queen's University to study zoology. Yep, that's right. I wanted to work in a zoo. All right, not really. I was destined for a life with the lions in the Serengeti. I waited, but David Attenborough never called. But the tech industry did. That was back in 1998, and the Belfast Good Friday Agreement had just been signed that April. And with a fragile peace came the hope of future prosperity. American companies began investing here, setting up new offices and creating new jobs in tech. Luckily, I still had my passion for computers, tinkering, coding, pulling things apart, figuring them out. That passion was still in there underneath the biology textbooks. So I hung up the zoology boots, threw myself into a training program to become a software developer, and it changed everything. The feeling in Northern Ireland at that time was inescapable. The future was going to be different, and I wanted a part in changing that. This new wave of investment was going to create opportunities in this country that we had never seen before. Fast forward 27 years, and I lead a successful IT company here in Belfast that I helped to build from scratch. We employ 170 amazing people who are working on cutting-edge software and cybersecurity for Aflac, a huge US insurance company. And it's a career that I have absolutely loved. During my time, I have led teams all over the world, from as far away as the Philippines to Poland to Argentina and all across the United States, all from an office here in Belfast. I've raised a family here in this beautiful country and stayed connected to the place where I was born. I've watched my twin children grow up here, and they've grown up in a very different Northern Ireland to the one that I did, a much better one. And it didn't strike me back then, but something I've learned through my journey is that the potential for Northern Ireland to be successful in tech is huge, because we're really good at it. Brilliant at it, in fact. In my opinion, pound for pound, we're the best place in the world to do IT. Why is that? Why do people from a small corner on an island on the edge of the Atlantic punch so highly above their weight? Well, I think it's down to 3 things. The first is that engineering is in our DNA. We used to build the biggest ships, the highest quality engineered machinery, and world-leading products. And that's still part of our collective psyche today. The second, ironically, is our size. The fact that everyone here seems to know everyone else enables us to make critical connections quickly and get things done. Plus, being small, nimble, and agile allows us to quickly react and pivot when the world around us changes. And the last one is that we have a very forward-looking and future-facing attitude. You don't hear many people around here saying, well, I wish it was like the good old days. I wish it was like the 70s and the 80s. There's a strong desire from people here to look to the future and to change and adapt to whatever the world needs. And in a world where technology is always changing, that's the perfect mindset to have. And when you're in a small country of only 1.9 million people, you've got to very carefully pick the things that you can be truly great at and compete on the world stage. Things that will offer higher paid salaries, raise our GDP, and give us more money for our cash-strapped health and education systems. 1.9 million people. Do you know that's how many software developers there were in the United States in 2023? Just software developers, not government officials, not taxi drivers, not baristas, just software developers. So sometimes I like to think we could take our whole country, turn them into techies, and take on the US. And that would just be for starters. I have the privilege of chairing the board of Software NI. That's the industry body for software and IT companies here in Northern Ireland. And we have set an ambitious vision for the future of the industry here. 50 and 5 by 35. Yep, I know. Trust a bunch of IT people to make their entire strategy a series of numbers. But what this means is 50,000 jobs contributing £5 billion in GVA to the local economy by 2035. That will more than double the size of the industry in the next 10 years. And these are jobs that will definitely help us punch above our weight. According to NI Jobs, IT is the highest paying industry in Northern Ireland. And the jobs offer a fantastic work-life balance with a mix of in-office, hybrid, and remote options for employees. And these jobs, they're not about sitting in isolation in a dark room writing code with the cans on. It's a team sport with a huge variety in what people do, from coding to design to testing to product management, planning. It brings all sorts of people together, and it's hugely rewarding. And when you think about how artificial intelligence is going to change the world, shouldn't we be part of that? Shouldn't we make sure that we're developing ethical AI that benefits all of society and not just a chosen few? I think we should. So I'd like to see more role models going into our schools and telling children about the fantastic, well-paid careers in tech. That could be some of you in the audience here today. And I'd like for parents to have a different type of conversation with their kids that moves us away from the traditional occupations and explores the wide range of new careers centered around technology. Find someone that works in the industry and learn about what they do. Pick a computing subject at school and keep your options open. Take your artistic flair and become a user experience designer. There's so many options out there. And whilst we don't know what all the new jobs of the future will be, I can guarantee you they're all going to need technology. So I'd like to make sure that we here in Northern Ireland are part of that. Now, I don't know if the world needs many more zoologists, but I'm absolutely certain that Northern Ireland needs more software developers. And the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something that we design. And right now, our young people are making career decisions without a full picture of what's possible. So let's be the generation of parents, educators, and role models that open their eyes and open the doors for them. If we help them, maybe they can feel like we felt in 1998. Excited for the future, excited about what we're capable of, and excited to be part of it. The world is waiting, and they don't have to leave home to change it. Thank you.